And I've had her only in 9th grade, but she's kind of been like my teacher every other year. I have Mr. Spetzer, who's my passes teacher last year, and then I have Miss Boyle, who's my connections teacher this year. And then I have E, Lexi, Shannon, and Forrest. And if you haven't guessed by now, my theme is travel. And to kind of explain that, I haven't traveled with DCIS, but I've traveled on my own, and travel's been like a whole part of my life. I'm 18, so so far I've spent 9 years overseas and 9 years in America. So it's like half of my life I've been elsewhere. Let's see, the places I lived were Romania, Ukraine, Georgia, Philippines, Nigeria, and then obviously Colorado. Okay, so my kind of theme for freshman year is checking in the high school, or checking into the airport. I came to DCIS for the travel opportunities, but I never really took part of any, but I still got to travel within my high school year. I made a lot of new friends. I had some pretty interesting classes, and I got to go to South America for the first time. These are my beautiful friends. Got the volume. I'm displaying them how they act around me. Lexi, I knew since 7th grade actually. She's still up there because she went to high school with me. I met Shannon, Davina, Dana, Drew, and E my freshman year of high school, and I had classes with a lot of them, except Davina. I didn't think I had any classes with her. I met her through Shannon. Okay, so one of my favorite classes was Intro to Lit Comp, because in that class I had almost all my friends except Davina. And we got to sit by each other, and it was a small class, and Mr. Walsh is a funny teacher, and one of my favorite stories about that class is the time he was walking behind me and Lexi, eating, and he spit while he was talking, and a piece of granola landed on her back. And he was like, oh, you just have some food right there. And another time, he spit a sesame seed right by her eye. I also liked Earth Science with Mr. Leone. That was a lot of fun. My favorite memory from that was Drew and Dana. We sat in the back and we would eat the salt from the salt crystals we made in the class. And then I liked geography. We sat at the round table in the back, even though Ms. Sims told us not to. And then I started swimming, like actual competitive swimming. I used to swim with Wash Park in middle school when I was here, but I did competitive swimming, and I think that was my favorite year because we won the City B meet. And I grouped collaborative team members with my freshman year because I did a lot of fun group projects like this one right here. Me and Lexi painted a wall for our Romeo and Juliet skit and in comp, and I worked with her and Drew. I can even put collaborative team members into with my swim mates, because we couldn't have won the City E meet if we all did work well together and help each other out, especially in the relays. I got to go to Chile the summer after freshman year, because according to Lexi, Jamaica doesn't count as visiting South America. So this was my first time visiting South America, and we spent almost a month there with her and her dad. And I really like it there, and if I could, I would buy a beach house. Okay, so 10th grade was security. I was securing my place with my friends in high school. I'm mentioning my bunny, Bun. I got him sophomore year from Miss Whittington, and I was sharing him with Davina. We had 2 mommies. Miss Rice was my advisement teacher, and sophomore year was already a really bad year for me because I was having family issues, my friends were having issues, and nobody was really happy. And to have Miss Rice pass away that year didn't exactly make it the best year. And then I got my first job as a lifeguard, summer sophomore. That's Bun Bun. He passed away the day after Christmas. Yeah, this year. He was adorable but fat. He was fat for a while. Okay, classes. I hated geometry. I think a lot of people hated geometry. Like, I did really well the first semester, and then come the second semester, I got a D. And that wasn't fun. But I loved American history from skates, even though I hate American history. I love world history, but I hate American history. But the projects we did in that class were a lot of fun, and she's a really good teacher. And then biology with Mr. Breezy, or Brown. That was a lot of fun, and my favorite project we did in his class was the very end when we had to do some kind of syndrome or disease, and I got cardio syndrome or something like that, with something with the face, and I got to like pretend to be a little girl and write journal entries with my left hand. That was a lot of fun. I did swimming again, and I did tennis for the first time this year with Shannon, and we were doubles number 2. And for not having played tennis since elementary school, we were both pretty good. I did Project Cure. A lot of my community service came from Project Cure, and I really like that organization. I think what they're doing is really like a good idea. And if I were to sum up this year in the graduate profile, it'd be healthy lifestyle decisions, because I did 2 sports that year. And I had Lingram as my coach for both swimming and tennis, and I really respect her and like her, and she had us like realize that we have to be healthy and fit to be like happy and sane. My first job, lifeguarding. I hate it. I hate being a lifeguard. I mean, I love children, but I don't like having to watch them. I don't like having to tell them, don't run, don't jump off the diving board that way, don't drown your friend, don't squirt people in the eye with a squirt gun. It's not fun, but I did get a really nice tan sitting in the sun all day. Okay, so 11th grade was boarding. I was getting ready, college ready, especially passages helped me with that. I met Forrest. She came that year. I went to Grand Isle as one of my passages. I had family stuff that I'm going to talk about. The ACTs, which I absolutely hated. I took it 3 times. It was horrible. The graduate profile really applied my junior year of most years, especially because of passages, because passages really makes you look at like the graduate profile characteristics, and the way you do your activity written passage, you can't grow in those areas. Like, it's impossible not to grow within the graduate profile characteristic areas if when you're doing a passage. And for spring break, I got to go to San Diego for the first time. And during that summer after 11th grade, I went to New York, and my mom was there. This is Forrest. She's adorable, isn't she? Okay, passages. So my written passage was on whaling because of Whale Wars. I liked that show. I really liked that show, and I thought what they were doing was like a really good cause. And I wanted to write about it to see if, like, what I can learn from it personally, and I wanted to argue that wheeling should be stopped. It's horrible, and whales are adorable, except sperm whales. And then for my activity passage, I did Habos, which is helping animals affected by the oil spill. Me and Lexi knew what we wanted to do for activity passage the moment after the oil spill happened. And it started out with just us two, and then we brought E into our group. It was just going to be 3 of us. But then Shannon came along, and then Forrest joined in, and I think that's been like one of the biggest passage groups the school has seen, for sure. And it was really hard to find jobs for each one of us and make it so that each passage applied personally to each one of us. And that was, she was showing, if you saw later, she was showing you like the little oil balls stuff that's still on the beach in Grand Isle. Grand Isle. Do you see? Oh. Okay. So that was the van we drove. It was very stuffy on the way there. On the way back, it was less because we had less food. I want to thank Ms. Sims for having to deal with 5 teenage girls. I know it can be a lot. And it actually, one of I really liked about it is I got to learn to navigate, because the Sims made us trade places up at the passenger seat, and we had to look at the map and tell her where to go. And even though that was a pain, I really liked it because I got to learn to navigate myself around, which helps with driving. I didn't take any pictures of day 2 because we were driving out of Texas, and it was really rainy that day, and everybody was grumpy. So there's no pictures from day 2 at all. Day 3, we reached Grand Isle, and that's us putting up the tent. And it is really, really windy by the beach. I can't tell you how many nights it sounded like you're going to be blown away. Day 4, the first place we went to was the Wildlife and Fisheries, and they actually gave us a tour right on the spot. And it was quite interesting to learn what they do. That they go around and they look for dead animals or injured animals that need help, and most of their targets are turtles and dolphins. And then we got to learn how they were affected by the oil spill and what they did during the oil spill. Day 5, those guys over there, they were hired by BP, and they were still there cleaning up the little tar ball things on the beach. Day 6, we got to go sailing, as well as interview people. Most of the days we were interviewing people. And then day 7, we left. And my favorite memory of the whole Grand Isle trip was one about Shannon.
Oh, God.
2 of us were by the tent waiting, and since a bunch of the others had to go to the bathroom, Miss Sims drove the car to the bathroom. So on the way back, when they were driving, Shannon had her head out the window, and she was shouting, "Sasha, Sasha, hot guy at the bathroom, hot guy at the bathroom."
I remember that.
And that was my favorite memory. I never got to see how hot he was, but
he was super hot.
So for my classes, this is the first year I did an AP class, which is AP World History. And I love World History, but AP World History makes you hate it. The notes were ridiculous. Yeah, gosh, I didn't like it. But I really like my passages class with Mr. Spencer.